Hi, I'm Kit Noonan.
And I'm Nick Serena Stanton. Together, we are certified coaches, more importantly, best friends from different generations, just trying to simplify wellness.
We created this podcast, Soulful Wellness, 3.5+ now years ago, because our own personal wellness evolutions led us to want to try to help other people and build the community where we can all help each other to embrace living well your way. No trends, no diets, no one-size-fits-all advice. It's a bunch of human beings trying to be better versions of ourselves.
Exactly. So we're going to bring practical guidance from our coaching experiences. We're going to share our personal experiences, no matter how embarrassing or vulnerable. We promise to get deep and laugh a little bit along the way. So if you'd like to join us, if you aren't already subscribed, we invite you to do so. We come out with new episodes every single Thursday.
We would love if you would click that 5th star, rate us, and write a few words in review of the podcast. Reviews are everything to us. They make us so happy.
This community is such a beautiful space. We are so happy to have you along for this ride of this crazy journey we call life. We love you guys. In today's episode, we're going to help you reset your mood from chaotic to calm in just 3 minutes.
Who doesn't have 3 minutes?
When you and one of our listeners and past guests on the show, MJ Sorrow, the three of us had this group chat going, and we wanted to get back into the practice of meditation.
It's like the ultimate wellness tool in so many ways. If I could just get consistent with it, it's like I know how much good it does for me. I have experienced what a regular meditation practice does for me and my mood and my well-being and my outlook and all the good things. But if I'm not on it, if it's not something I'm really focused on and carving out time for, I always fall back off.
I know, so do I. And that's why I felt like we were doing this quote unquote challenge, because it was a challenge. I'm just like, I know I need it. You're right. It's the ultimate wellness tool. And we just needed that accountability and those buddies to help us stay on track, which it totally did. I had a tough time and I fell right off. And I don't even think I really hit all of the goals.
Right. We started the month so strong. This was in July. We started really strong. Our goal was 3 or more, but 3 times a week, 10 minutes. I would start the weeks off so strong, and I would kind of like bang out my 3 in the first 3 or 4 days, which isn't really how I should do it for a regular practice. I was doing it more as a challenge. You know, I was approaching it the way I'd approach a challenge. Like, okay, I'm going to hit the goals instead of really honing in on the why, you know, the ultimate coaching why.
Mm-hmm.
That fast forwards us into and through August, where it doesn't really sustain. I'm no longer focused on it. And I have my little Aura ring. Very, very into it. It gives me all my stats. You know, I'm a data girl. And it has this activity panel, which a lot of it is guided meditations. And the other day, my ring suggested a 2-minute breathing meditation. I couldn't say no. How do I say no to 2 minutes? That is the lowest barriers to entry, right?
The funniest thing is that you're telling me about this, and the exact same thing happened to me the other day. And the first thing that Calm suggested was a 3-minute meditation. And we were talking about this on the phone. I'm like, wait, I have to do that. That sounds so incredibly doable. So in the spirit of how you and I are feeling, we just really wanted to share this as a reminder. It was a reminder to ourselves that, like, I don't need to really sit for a full 10 minutes if I don't have it in me.
Have to be the whole commitment. Like, I realize in theory, 10 minutes is nothing. Well, in reality, 10 minutes is kind of nothing, but 10 minutes is enough time. I could throw laundry in 10 minutes. I could make myself a snack in 10 minutes. It is a usable chunk of time. 2 minutes? Beyond maybe brushing my teeth, I honestly can't think of anything useful I could do in 2 minutes. So I figured you're offering me 2 minutes that's going to be useful to my life and the rest of my day. I can't say no to that. So,
Totally.
dear listeners, we're going to do our best to keep it to 3 because we kind of got together, talked about it, customized it a little bit. Kaylin, should we go into a little of the science? Do you think people are interested in hearing a little of how this 3 minutes is actually going to impact the rest of their day?
I think it's always good to know. We've talked about before the parasympathetic versus the sympathetic nervous system. Where we want to be is parasympathetic, but many of us, myself included, are stuck on this loop that keeps us in this flight or fight mode. You might hear that a lot, or freeze. I'm a freezer. Hello, my name is Kaylin and I'm a freezer. This breathing technique is low barriers to entry, and it also only requires a little bit of intention, of inhales and exhales. And what it's ultimately doing is, besides slowing your blood pressure and your respiratory rate, it's allowing enough oxygen to be able to actually circulate throughout your body and flow back up to your head.
It gives you the platform to shift gears, because I know I get stuck in the low-level anxiety mode. I'm just kind of revving under everything. And you can't see it externally, but I can sure as hell feel it internally. And I get stuck there when it's no longer needed. I'm no longer in traffic, or, whatever got it ramped up for me. I'm no longer there, but I'm still operating as if I were. So when I can reset through square breathing and access the parasympathetic nervous system, and then we're kind of giving you this little bonus of after the 4 rounds of square breathing, we're going to add in just 2 rounds of decreasing the inhale by 2. So from 4 to 2, Kaylin's going to guide us through this, so don't worry about memorizing the details. And then extending the exhale. So that'll go from 4 to 6. It's sort of like a little bonus relaxation that really lets you just tap deeply in. I feel like for me, it convinces my brain, don't go back to how you were. We're serious now. We're really relaxed and tapped into this parasympathetic nervous system as our operating system for now.
For me, it's a tool reminder that this is in my back pocket. Only doing it for 3-4 minutes reminds me that I have this like at all times. It doesn't have to be a sit cross-legged for 10 minutes 3 times a week.
Right.
That's the beauty of it. Shortcuts, we love them.
Honestly, what else were you going to do in the next 3 minutes, really? And even if you are calm right now because you're listening to one of your favorite podcasts, think of it as practice or banking a little extra access to calm. And then you can pull it out when you need it.
All right, so if you're driving right now, you're going to want to pause this and save this for another time where you are seated or lying down. So get in a comfortable position. Begin to close your eyes. Sometimes it helps to visualize a square in your mind. As you close your mouth and breathe in slowly through your nose and exhaling. As we inhale, we're going to count to 4 as you inhale. 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath for a count of 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Now we exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 1, 2, 3, inhale, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, 3. As you inhale, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Continue to do this for just 30 more seconds, and I'll let you know when your time is up. Now you can slowly begin to open your eyes and breathe normally.
You know what I did that was really fun?
What?
Per your suggestion, you said if I want to picture the square. So I pictured the square, and it was almost like a little video game square / progress bar. So as I inhaled, the ball went up the left-hand side, and then as I held it went from left to right across the top, and then exhaled it went down. And I was visualizing this, and then when the breathing changed so that the inhale was shorter and the exhale was longer, it turned into a parallelogram.
Ooh.
Or no, a trapezoid, because the two parallel sides of not equal length, and then the two little diagonal line sides. So my shape actually changed because the ball kept moving at the same pace. Am I such a nerd that was really
No,
fun
I
for
love
me?
it. And I love your nerdiness. I love that you corrected yourself on your shape. You're like, nope, a trapezoid.
Yeah. These things are important,
Apparently.
but not really. Only in my mind. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. That was really nice, and I loved that suggestion because the ball moving along the white, I could go into detail, it was like a white shape on a black background because my eyes are closed. It was just the thing I needed to keep me in the moment of the breathing and not start planning anything about what I'm going to do when we finish recording. It was great.
Good. I'm glad that sounds like that visualization really added another element of you feeling present and focused.
It helped my mind not wander. It gave my mind something to do, but not a different thing to do.
So how do you feel
that's
now?
great. I feel very happy. I feel calm. Sometimes I feel calm, but bordering on melancholy, but peaceful calm. Right now I feel of a more buoyant calm.
Ooh.
Happy calm.
Okay, I'm going to do 3 minutes when we hop off mic.
Well, you should listen back and follow your voice doing it if that's not too distracting.
Ooh, that's super meta. All right. Sounds good. Well, if you guys like our wellness shortcuts, maybe we do a new segment, wellness shortcuts. Let us
We're
know.
all about the low commitment at this point.
Yeah, seriously. Anything that's low
Wellness for the ADHD mind.
Exactly. We truly mean wellness simplified.
Yes. Wellness for the attentionally impaired. And the rest of the people too, because who doesn't love something short, sweet, and effective? Thank you so much for joining us for another week. We will see you next Thursday.
Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light.
The Soulful of Wellness hosts are certified health and wellness coaches. This podcast is intended to inform and entertain listeners on their wellness journey. This podcast is meant to enhance, not replace, listeners' care from doctors, therapists, or other medical providers.